And, oh, well.
Here, there's some hot-shot journalists here. You know, Josh was speaking for me, and I want to make sure he was getting it right. How's it going, everybody? Are you guys having an interesting time here? Was Josh thorough in his briefing? Well, I heard you guys were around today, so I wanted to stop by and say hello, and then I might take some questions. All right? So with that, I'm going to take a couple of questions. All right, let's see. We'll start with that young man right there in the black suit.
Kind of president. Earlier today we spoke about civic engagement and a line you used in the State of the Union address of "Don't give in to the cynicism of the day."
Right.
Nearly half of Americans feel that the elections are rigged in some way. Is there any goal or plan for the administration to help revitalize the faith in democracy that is seeming to be lacking?
Here's the bottom line, is that take the political process. As cynical as everybody is, and everybody's always trying to come up with these radical new plans to try to fix our democracy, and we need to do this and we need to do that. The truth is that part of the reason why our government doesn't work as well is because in a good presidential year, slightly more than half the people vote who are eligible, and the other half don't. And during an off-year election, when the president's not at the top of the ticket and people aren't getting as much attention, 40% of the people vote. Now, this system doesn't work if people opt out. And the easiest cure, the simplest cure for what ails our democracy is everybody voting. Now, it's true that there's some states that purposely make it hard for people to vote. We're the only major democracy in the world that actively makes it hard for people to vote. The people in power don't want things to change. They want cynicism because obviously the existing system, as frustrating as it is for everybody else, works for them. Well, if you want to upend that, we got to vote. But even in those states that purposely make it harder to vote, the truth of the matter is on your college campuses, half the folks, maybe 2/3 of the folks who don't vote because they're just not paying attention. They don't consider it important. And they're not willing to take the 15 minutes or half hour that it takes to make sure that you're registered and make sure you actually vote. Well, if you care about climate change, you care about college costs, you care about career opportunities, you care about war and peace and refugees, you can't just complain. You got to vote.